dance floor.
Come on.
Hey everybody, what's up? This is Shock Your Brain, you in Monotype battle versus someone from T-Flare. I forget his name. That will be in the title in the description below. It was supposed to be a Monotype battle. I explained to him what Monotype was, but as you can see, he brought a mixed team, and I brought straight up Monotype. So I lead with my Blasted as he goes for and leads with Goggles. I know it's Scarf Flag on. I know he's going to go for the U-turn. I know I can tank that. I take it pretty decently, and I do. And I stay in, and he goes out to hit on top. And I go straight for my Stealth Rocks, although Thunder Wave might have been a nice prediction there too. But I go for the Thunder Wave now, and I'm like, I wonder if he's got La Rapid Spin. He probably does, but he doesn't. He's got Pursuit. Predicting me to switch out when I didn't switch. So I go for the Psychic now, and it does a good bit considering I have no special attack investment in this whatsoever. And I'm just like, well, I'm just going to stay in, leave him in, and see what he has. He's going to switch out now, and he's going to go on to Nidoking. He's now revealed half his team to me in one thing. So, now that I got my rocks back up, I'm not too worried about the Nidoking, and it goes for the Ice Beam, which tells me it's that, I forget the ability now, but, it can, if it has a secondary effect, it gets boosted, and the glitch, no Life Orb. So I go with the Psychic, and it does a good bit. So he switches now and goes on to Registeel. So now, I have forced him, by just staying in, with less than a minute and a half into this video, for 2/3 of his entire team. So now he goes on Registeel, and that Psychic did a little bit more than I thought it would. I was like, wow, it did a little bit more. So I'm going to Thunder Wave him, because I want to paralyze Registeel. Because the Registeel with the status is better than nothing. And I get the Parahax, and I'm like, oh yeah! But, he's pretty much taking my Thunderbolts now, like a boss. And now he sets up his own rocks, and I'm like, well, really the only thing that affects him right now is Victini. The only thing that would really take Stealth Rock damage right now. I don't have a Rapid Spinner on this team because, like I said, it's Monotype, and I go straight up pure Monotype. It's 6 of one type, not a wild card. Anyways, I go for another Thunderbolt, and I get the Parahax. So I'm like, okay, it's going good, it's going good. I go for the Thunderbolt. I'm like, I really, really want to see what this thing has because I was like, I gotta expose this Registeel set because I don't want to go into something and like, oh, hey, what's up, Thunder Wave? Oh look, that's what he did. So now I'm gonna switch out. And I'm going to go out to my PK Sparks, my Expert Belt custom Galad set from 4th Gen that still does well in this generation. And he goes for the U-turn, and I take that fairly decent. It does a good bit, but I do have some defense investment in this. And I go for the close combat on the Azumarill. Forgetting that Azumarill has, decent defense, I was like, oh, that's why it lived. And I don't want to, die to a physical hit because of the defense drop. So I'm going to switch out and go into Starlight now, predicting the Aqua Jet, and I'm like, oh yeah, taking that like a boss. And it's Life Orb, so I'm like, alright, well I'm just going to go for the Surf because I know it'll take him out. And it does take him out, and I'm also Life Orbed. So I lose some of my HP. And now he's going to go back out into Goggles, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm switching back out, and I'm going to switch out into Blasted because I really want to keep my Starmie around for a while. Because I know my Uxie can take a U-turn, several of them actually. As he switches out now, and he goes out into Shaman, I'm like, oh, great, it's, Shaman. Fun times await me in Shaman Land. No. So he goes with the sub, because obviously he's faster than me. And I'm like, well, Thunder Wave blocked. Dirt, dirt, dirt. So after I munch on my leftovers, I'm now going to switch. I'm going to go for the Psychic to see how much special defense investment this thing has after it Leech Seeds me. But, of course, I get Parahax. And I'm like, well, now he's going to get leftovers and Leech Seed. Well, crap. This is not looking good. So he goes for the Seed Flare. I'm like, I think I can tank one of these. I do. And I'm like, oh, yeah! And he gets a special defense drop on me, but I'm paralyzed. Again, I'm like, oh, what? No. This sucks. So, I barely live to Leech Seed from the Leech Seed, and he goes for the Hidden Power. And it's obviously either fire or ice. I don't really want to find out. So I'm going to go on to my Victini now, and after I take the Stealth Rocks damage, I'm going to go for the Fire Blast. This is my custom set Victini. It's Charge Beam, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Fire Blast. Obviously that's going to break his sub, and he goes for the Leech Seed. And I think we're speed tied, because I'm modest, and he's either modest or timid, but he's probably timid. He switches out and goes on to Goggles, and I go for the Psychic, predicting him to switch, because who's going to stay in on that? and it does like a really good, decent bit. You know, it almost took him out. Like, oh, crap. So after he gets some of my health from Leech Seed, I'm gonna switch out now and go on to my PK Sparks. I was predicting him to Earthquake actually, but he goes for the Outrage, and I'm like, okay, well, I just fought it off PK Sparks. But now that I got him locked into Outrage, I'm gonna go on to my Punisher, the Metagross set that I see you have. Oh, this Metagross has been around for probably about 2 years now. And I go with the Agility. It's the classic Agilogross set that the Killer Nacho kind of gave me. So, but with my own little twist on it. After he goes to the Outrage, I don't take it as well as I thought I would have. I was like, ow, ooh, that did a lot more than I thought. So I go for the Meteor Mash, and that takes him out. So now he's going to go on a Nidoking, and since I'm Scarfed, I'm going to be like, whatever, Earthquake, yeah, take him out. Okay, so then that's 2 of his team. I'm wrecking. Go Agilogross, get your broom out, go sweeping. I swear I'll never sing like that again. Anyways, I go with the Meteor Mash on Shaman because there's the only thing I can have that really hit it, and he goes for the Seed Flare. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. And he doesn't get the special defense drop. I'm like, yay! And that tells me something. He does not have Hidden Power Fire. He has Hidden Power Ice. So now he's going to switch on to Registeel. And I go for that Meteor Mash. And I'm like, come on, attack boost. And I don't get that attack boost. But it does a decent bit, you know. Considering this is a Jolly Nature Metagross. And I go for the Earthquake. And it almost takes him out. Like, you can barely see the sliver of HP. And he goes for the Iron Head. And I just go for a Meteor Mash for the lulz, because I know it'll take him out. And I was hoping for the attack boost, because that would have been hilarious. But now he goes on Hitmontop, and I was like, this thing's got to have Sucker Punch. Or at least I thought it would have. And I go for the Earthquake, and it lives. And he goes for the Close Combat, and that's obviously going to take me out. But I pretty much secured the victory at this point, because I think Hitmontop is his last Pokemon. So now I'm going to go out into Victini, and I'm going to go for the Psychic. And that's how I knew he had Sucker Punch. Because the paralyzed effect happened. So, wait a minute, there's one more Pokemon. Oops, sorry, I forgot about Shaman. So, he's going to go on to Shaman now, and I am faster than Shaman. Either I am faster or I won the speed tie. So I go for the Fire Blast, and I take him out. So, good game, a dude from T-Flare. Guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the T-Flare League. Peace, guys.